marriage, and a wedding cake someone might poison.
Which honestly sounds like a strong foundation.
I'm Pixie, and this story throws two rival mafia families into one very inconvenient arranged marriage.
And I'm No-No, here for the moments when enemies realize they might hate each other, but they definitely don't want anyone else touching their spouse.
This is Heat Between the Sheets, where loyalty, power, and romance all collide spectacularly messy ways.
We've got mafia drama, deadly family rivalries, and two people who would absolutely stab each other.
Right before falling hopelessly in love.
And if you haven't read the book, don't worry. Stick around for the banter, because this story is way too chaotic to miss.
Before we step into mafia families, arranged marriages, and couples who treat revenge like a love language.
Yeah, this is probably a good time to pause for a warning.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. It's strictly 18 and older, and yes, there will be spoilers in this episode.
We'll be talking violence, power plays, criminal families, and romance that definitely doesn't follow a healthy relationship handbook.
Content warnings were covered right up front of this episode, and you can always find the full list at hbtspodcast.com.
This one is chaotic, dangerous, and surprisingly entertaining.
If you can't handle the heat, don't meet the qualifications, or don't want spoilers, this is your one chance to step out before the family business gets messy.
Still sticking around?
Perfect. You've been warned. This episode runs on vengeance and questionable life choices.
For the morally gray girlies and certified red flag defenders, make sure you're subscribed, following us everywhere, and sharing this episode with your toxic book boyfriend support group.
Yeah.
Do I need to start a toxic book boyfriend
You know
support
what?
group?
That's not a bad idea.
It's a thing. I literally was talking about this with my son last night.
Maybe that's what we should call our book club
Yeah.
instead of book club.
Yeah. We're not real original there, yeah.
I wonder if that's what we should submit it to be well as.
Yes, toxic book boyfriend support group.
I wonder if they'd accept it considering it's be well.
Yeah. Maybe not.
They'd be like, can you elaborate on what that means?
Yeah.
Like, look, it's really just book club.
Yeah, but we're trying to
real.
be cute here. Leave us alone.
We read toxic books.
Yeah.
Toxic.
And we love to chat about them.
Yes.
At book club.
At book club.
Yeah.
And on the show.
Yes. And everywhere in between.
Incessantly.
Yeah. It's a thing.
So this brings us to our...
Did you know?
Did you know strawberries...
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's where we're going?
You didn't see that coming.
Did not go.
Did you know strawberries, those cute, romantic, Valentine's Day looking little berries, are actually one of the more common fruit allergens? About 3 to 4% of people worldwide react to them. For some people, it's mild itching or hives. For others, it can trigger anaphylaxis, which is a medical community's very polite way of saying, congratulations, your immune system has decided breathing is optional.
I didn't know this about strawberries.
Correct. This is why it's a did you know.
Oh, yeah. Like you heard about the regular ones, like peanuts and stuff, but not strawberries.
Not strawberries.
Yeah. Huh.
So yes, strawberries look soft and sweet and harmless, but to the wrong body, they are essentially a tiny red grenade.
Yeah.
Which is honestly a great reminder that appearances can be wildly misleading. And speaking of things that look charming on the outside but are secretly complicated underneath, let's talk about traditional mafia family dynamics.
Okay, from strawberries to mafia families. I see it.
Yeah. You like how I transition?
Yeah, nice.
Historically, organized crime structures have been intensely patriarchal. Men hold the titles, run the crews, make the deals, and generally act like they invented power itself.
Mm-hmm.
Women, meanwhile, are expected to handle loyalty, family reputation, children, social diplomacy, and the very small task of keeping the entire family structure from collapsing.
Very small task.
Correct.
Yeah.
But here's the funny part. Researchers who've studied organized crime families often point out that women were frequently managing finances, communication networks, and internal strategy behind the scenes. Meaning, the men were technically in charge, while the women were quietly running the logistics of the entire operation.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
Which is adorable, truly. Nothing says alpha leadership like needing someone else to keep the books, manage the alliances, and prevent the family from imploding while you dramatically sit at the head of a table because you have a penis.
Yeah. Because you know what? I have several penises in a drawer. And I don't sit at the head of any table.
Or in a jar.
Or in a jar. Just saying.
Jesus, fuck, we derailed. Thanks for hijacking that, didn't you know?
You're welcome.
How do I get back on track now? God damn it.
She had to bring up penises, so sorry.
That wasn't even written here. That was an improv.
Uh-huh, that's what you get for improving with the word penis. I got lots to say about penis.
So yes, strawberries may look sweet, but can absolutely wreck your day. And in certain power structures, the people everyone assumes are decorative are often the ones actually keeping the empire from falling apart.
Truth.
Because sometimes the quietest person in the room isn't powerless. They're just the only ones smart enough to let everyone else think they're in charge.
Mm-hmm. And take
Word
the
to your
fall.
mother.
Take the fall, yeah.
Which is kind of, if you think about it, probably what the women were smart enough to do.
Yeah.
Let the ones with the penises run the show while they were really running the show. Yeah. And then all the ones...
Yeah, you're the one going to jail.
They're the ones going down.
And you're the ones going to get shot at. I'll just sit
and all the men were like, we're
yeah.
not divulging information to you because we're trying to protect you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But I just need this little piece of information to run this little piece of book here. And then they're not dumb.
We are.
All the women talk.
Yeah.
They're smart cookies.
Yeah, we are. Let's hear it for the girls.
Let's hear it for the girls. All right, No-No, tell us about today's book.
Okay, this is Brutal Prince. It's book 1, and it's a standalone by Sophie Lark. A single mistake sparks a mafia war and a marriage neither side wanted. Callum Griffin, ruthless heir to the Irish mafia, has every reason to despise Ada Gallo, the fiery daughter of a rival Italian crime family who quite literally set his house on fire. Yeah. Their feud is explosive from the start, hence the fire. And if left unchecked, it could ignite an all-out war between their powerful families. A solution? Arranged marriage, of course. Meant to force peace between the Griffins and the Gallos. Ada refuses to be controlled. Boy, does she ever.
Mm-hmm.
And Callum refuses to be humiliated, turning their marriage into a battlefield of pranks, sabotage, and power struggles. Putting it mildly. But the more they try to outmaneuver each other, the more their hatred begins to blur into something far more dangerous. Brutal Prince is a dark mafia enemies to lovers romance, packed with explosive chemistry, ruthless family politics, and two stubborn people discovering that sometimes the person you want to destroy might be the one you can't live without.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
And our main characters, here we go. Ada Gallo, the wild card daughter of the Italian mafia family. Fiery, fearless, and allergic to authority. Ada solves problems with sarcasm, stubbornness, and the occasional small act of arson.
small act.
I mean, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Callum Cal Griffin, heir to the Irish mafia and the definition of controlled brutality. Cold, calculating, and raised to rule through power, Cal expects obedience until Ada shows up and refuses to give him a single inch. Nero Gallo, Ada's fiercely protective older brother and the muscle of the Gallo family, loyal to his sister and ruthless to anyone who crosses the family line.
Mm-hmm.
Dante Gallo, another Gallo brother with a reputation for charm and danger in equal measure. Smooth on the surface, but every bit as lethal when pushed. Sebastian Gallo, the youngest Gallo brother, still in college and living somewhere between two worlds. Carefree, charming, and more focused on basketball than bloodshed. He's chasing NBA dreams while trying not to get pulled too deep into the family business. Vanessa Nessa Griffin, the youngest Griffin sister and the softest heart in the ruthless family. Sweet, kind, and deeply loyal, she moves through life with a quiet innocence, graceful as a ballerina and just as delicate in a world that isn't built for it. Riona Griffin. Lovely Riona. Another Griffin sister, calm and composed on the surface, but far stronger than people give her credit for. She's a little bit rough.
Yeah.
She's stiff.
Yeah.
Imogen, Callum's mother, and a force in her own right. Sharp, perceptive, and unapologetically outspoken, she stands firmly behind her family and isn't afraid to say exactly what needs to be said, whether anyone likes it or not. Jack DuPont, a loyal Griffin ally and longtime friend of the family who stands firmly on Callum's side. He's Callum's personal bodyguard.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Oliver Ollie, Ada's wealthy ex-boyfriend from the respectable side of Chicago, polished, entitled, and dangerously obsessed with her. Ollie refuses to accept that Ada doesn't belong to him anymore.
Cray.
Cray. The Butcher, the brutal head of the Polish mafia, whose nickname is well earned. Old school, vicious, and willing to get his hands dirty, he rules through fear and violence with zero interest in playing nice with anyone.
Okay.
Those are our main characters.
Yeah.
Plenty of others, but those are the ones that we play with mostly.
Yeah.
So, the story here. I'm going to start out by saying this book has popped up. I love Sophie Lark. I read some of her stuff and I love her. And this book is a standalone in a series. This is book 1 in the series, but it can be read as a standalone. And it has popped up so many times on like TikTok and has been recommended many times by many different influencers to be read. And I have had this added as a to be read for a very long time. And I have been put off by this book because of the cover. Yes, bad me.
She said it.
I said it. I absolutely despise the cover. And I know we've talked about this before that you cannot judge a book by its cover, and you really can't.
But you do. You just don't realize that's what you're doing.
And sometimes you can't. But for some reason, I could not get past this cover. It is, and you can see it from the beginning of the episode, whatever, the picture that we posted. It's white with strawberries on it, and you're like, and it's called Brutal Prince, and it's a mafia book. Cartoons. I struggle a little bit with cartoon drawings on books.
Okay.
I do. That are like, I struggle with them, but I normally can just get past it and just read the synopsis. And I have in the past read the synopsis, but I just couldn't bring myself to read the book. But for some weird reason, and I don't even know why, I was just like, screw it. And one day I just recently like read the book, and right out the gate, I was like, holy shit, this is great. And it just kept getting better and better and better. And I told No-No about it. I'm like, holy shit, this book is so good. It's funny. it's entertaining. The sexual tension's great. Like everything about it, I loved all the way through. And so that's why we decided, let's just do this for an episode. Why not? So that I'm glad I finally pushed through that damned cover.
The cover.
The cover. That was Sophie. I have not.
Sophie. Listen, Sophie.
So I and the whole series is like this. They're the cartoon covers. And so book 2 is Nessa's story, Vanessa Griffin's story. And she's a ballerina. And so hers is also, it's a cartoon cover and it's of a ballerina. It's a pretty cover, but again,
it doesn't speak to you. Yeah.
And again, now this book is being recommended to me all over TikTok and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, ugh. And I want to read it. I really do. But it's a struggle.
Yeah.
And it sucks that I feel that way. I really hate that. So let's talk about Brutal Prince. It opens up with, okay, so you have the Gallo family, which is an Italian mafia family, and this all takes place in Chicago. And apparently the Italian mafia and the Irish mafia, right? They both live there. They're virtually rival families, and for decades, right? Decades and decades. And obviously they both are involved in illegal stuff as well as legal stuff. And the Gallos are currently involved in constructions. They have a construction company and stuff, but they also get all their stuff through the docks, right? Just their lumber and all that stuff comes through there. So they grease the wheels and all that other good stuff on the illegal side. And then the Griffins, they run some casinos and underground alcohol, and so there's gambling, but our main dude,
Cal.
Thank you. Like, I already forgot his damn name.
Cal.
Cal, he's trying to run, he's like 30, and Ada is 18, 19?
Yeah,
she's
a little
like 20.
bit older, yeah.
I think she's like 18, 19. She's like 19, I think.
Yeah. Super young, yeah.
She's young. She's not 21 yet. I know that. She's over 18, but not 21. And because she's the youngest of the Gallo crew, and then Sebastian's above her. And she's the only girl in their family. And Cal is running for what they call alderman, which is a political seat. Not quite the mayor, but it's a different political seat. And so he has to, put on that facade and be all that, right? So he's always in a suit. He's always very serious, and he never dates anyone. So all the history and photos and stuff are always with him with that typical tall, slender, bimbo blonde, right? Mm-hmm. So it opens up with the story of the Gallo family sitting out on their patio, eating their dinner. I think it's like a Sunday night or something, because their dad makes them eat all together all the way through to dessert, right? And his dad's dragging it out, and like...
family time!
Yeah, and she's just like ants, and no phones allowed at the table type of a thing, right? And across the lake, they see skyworks going off, and they're like, what the hell is happening now? There's a prince here over at the Griffin's house, and they're like, no, it's Nessa's birthday. And she's like, what? She's 16 now? They're like, no, she's 19. And they're like, oh my Jesus, you're serious right now? They're doing fireworks for a 19-year-old? That's fucking ridiculous. They're like, yeah, I think they hired, I don't know, some celebrity to come sing at the party. And they're like, they're so wasteful with their money. Like, talking like a bunch of, like, jealous people, right?
Yeah. When they're just as entitled and privileged as they are, but whatever, yeah.
But it sounds like the Griffin family might hold a little bit more power and money.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Than the Gallos do. But the Gallos they're fine. They're comfortable. They do what they do, and they just live their life. And they do their construction, they do their thing, and they kind of just stay out of the Griffin's way, except for the kids. Yeah. The kids kind of run their own. Each other, yeah, they run typical stuff. And so, of course, Ada's like, we should go.
Of
we should
course,
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
We should crash. Yeah.
Crash the party. And so, of course, the older brother Nero's like, no, you're not going. And they're like, yeah, you don't really have a say.
Yeah.
So they all jump in a car.
So they do. They all go. Yeah.
Right? And so Nero ends up having to go with them. And they gate crash and they get into this party. And of course, Sebastian gets along with everyone, everywhere. So, and he's like 6'4", so he stands out. He's huge. He's a basketball player. So he's talking to chicks over here, and the other two are like scoping shit out everywhere. And the Griffins have their house all blocked off, so people can't go inside. Well, Ada decides she has to pee, and she sure as shit is not going to use those fancy porta potties that they rented. She's like, no, I'm going inside the house to pee. And so she swipes like a server's like towel and a tray and makes it look like she's going to go take stuff into the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So she goes in, she manages to get past the guards and gets into the house and sets the shit in the kitchen. She's like, oh, I'm going to go snoop around.
Yeah.
Check shit out.
Yeah.
Because she's a troublemaker.
She sure is.
I mean, this is just who she is. And so she's like, oh, so she uses the bathroom. And she's like, oh, well, let's just go see what else is around here. Why not?
Yeah.
So she meanders upstairs because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
So she's up there and she's checking out rooms. She's like, oh, this must be Nessa's room. And oh, look, there's this room. And then she comes across this library and she's like, oh, what kind of books do they read?
She's totes nosy. Yeah.
She's so nosy. And it's so funny to listen to her inner monologue about it too, because she's so snarky about it. Oh God, they'll probably read classics, like just no personality, right? So she's in there, and then she sees like these three different, like a pocket watch and these other different clocks up there, and this big old painting of an older woman. She's just like, oh, gag me type things, right? There's a fire in this huge fireplace, right? Then she hears someone coming. She's like, oh shit. So she hides behind a chair, and it's Cal coming into the library, and he sits down, and she's like, oh God, okay, maybe he'll just hurry up and leave. Yeah. Well, he parks his ass. He gets himself a drink, and he sits down, and he's
checking emails.
She's just like, oh my fucking God, I can't stay crouched like this forever. I'm dying here.
Yeah.
I'm dying here. So she's like, I gotta create a distraction. She's like, oh, I'll catch the little tassel on this curtain rod. Like, I'll get it smoking from the fire, and it'll distract him, and I can leave.
Best laid plans right here.
I'm fucking dying at this point going, dear God. And what I love, you read the electronic version of this book, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in it, I love it because there's drawings.
Yes, there are drawings in this book. Lots of drawings.
There's drawings of certain images throughout this book. So there's a picture of her crouched behind this chair with the roaring fire. Yeah. So you get a visual of what the fuck is happening. And she's a curvy chick. So she's Italian. So she's got the tan skin, and the girl's got ass and hips. Yeah. And she don't care. Bitch will eat. Like, she's not a fat chick. She's just curvy. She's beautiful. Long brown hair. She's just really beautiful. And with a don't give a fuck attitude. And so she hooks the little tassel into like the fireplace, hoping to just catch a little spark, right? Well, it caught more than a little bit of a spark, because the whole thing burst into flames.
Like who knew?
Like
who knew that
was
could happen?
Doused in gasoline. And of course, he smells the smoke, looks over, and freaks the fuck out. And of course, she's like, holy shit, right? So she bolts from the room. Well, he's torn because he knows someone was in there. And he's like, do I go after this person? Do I put the fire out? Yeah. So he goes to the closet, gets the fire extinguisher, gets the fire put out, bolts from the room in time to see her at the bottom of the stairs, who happens to see her other brother. Who was it?
Was it Sebastian?
No, Sebastian was
Dante?
not. Is it Dante?
Nero? She's all one of them. I don't know. There's three of them. Confusing.
I think it was Dante. It could have been Nero.
She's like, we gotta go.
It was either Nero or Dante that was coming out of a bedroom that he fucked one of his rival. Someone who got mad said it wasn't good enough for so-and-so, so he fucked his daughter in their downstairs bedroom. And so she's like, we gotta go, find your brothers, let's go. So they haul ass out of there. And of course, Callum sees the gallows bolting, so he knows they're fucking responsible for this fire, and he's pissed. So, and he had already seen earlier that Sebastian was outside talking, and now he's pissed because he knows the gallows were at the house. So he doesn't want to upset the sister, so he goes and catches one of her friends to find out how he got there. And she's like, I don't know, but I can ask him later when we go meet up at blah, blah. He's like, great. So when they all leave, Ada and Sebastian jump out of the car at a red light. And they're like, we're going to this whatever pub or whatever, because they're supposed to meet up with all these friends at 10. And they take off. Well, it's not quite 10 yet, so they go down the dock, grab ice cream, and they're all by themselves on this pier. And they look up, and here comes Cal and Jack.
Yep.
Jack is a boxer, he's fucking stacked.
Ripped,
and he is brutal. And remember, Sebastian has NBA dreams.
Yeah.
And he's in college, and so is Ada. And so them two, the Griffins siblings, stand their ground like, what are you doing here? Mind you, while she was in the library, she swiped the pocket watch.
Not on purpose, just when she realized Cal was coming in, she's like, oh, she had it in her hand, she put it in her pocket.
Hand, she shoved it in her pocket. It was not an intentional theft, but whatever. But that watch meant something to Cal, and he wants it back.
Mm-hmm.
But he assumes that it was stolen on purpose, and he doesn't know what their thought process was in stealing it.
Yeah.
And setting the fire. What was the whole point? He just knows that they were there, they caused damage, whatever.
Yeah.
So they're at the pier, and now he's like, I want my watch back. And of course, Sebastian has no idea about what the hell he's talking about. Well, Ada does.
She sure does.
And of course, Sebastian's going to stand his ground, protect his sister. We don't know what you're talking about. Fuck off. Whatever. So he starts playing Mafia Man when we all know he's really not.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't know how to fight or whatever, but he sure as shit can't stand his ground against Jack.
No.
And of course, there's little Ada thinking, I'm a little badass. I got this too. So she starts standing her ground. Fuck you. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right?
She's a little spitfire.
She really is. Well, Jack hauls off, punches Sebastian. Sebastian gets a few, knocks into Jack or whatever. Ada goes after Cal physically, throws Cal for a loop whoa, what the hell?
This girl is feral. Yeah.
Yeah, literally that was his thought. Holy shit, you are feral. And so it gets really out of control in a really short amount of time because Jack beats the living shit out of Sebastian, breaks his knee, and Ada pulls the watch out of her pocket, and she's like, you want this? And he's like, whoa, give that to me. And she's like, go get it. And she throws it in the lake.
Yep.
And fucking Cal dives in
after it. Yeah.
Suit and all.
She's like, okay, that's our time to skedaddle.
And so and of course Jack is like, what the shit? You jumped in after that? So he's distracted with what's happening with Cal. Ada goes for her brother, helps him up, and they hobble the hell out of there. And then they get to the hospital to get him taken care of, right? So at this point now, everybody's dads know what went down and nobody's happy.
Yeah.
So everyone's in a timeout. And now the two dads, Cal's dad and her dad, have now decided to have a meeting. So she's at home and the brothers are strapping guns and all. And she's like, what's happening? I want in. And they're like, no, whatever. And of course her dad's like, nope, unstrap. We have a meeting. And Ada, get dressed. You're coming with. And she's like, fine. So she puts on her jean shorts and a nice shirt, and they go to this bar, whatever, to meet in neutral territory.
Because she's not a girly girl at all. She's not wearing the dresses.
No, her mom died when she was little, so she's never had really any motherly guidance other than their housekeeper they've had, or maid, whatever, cook, that they've had forever. But she wasn't really into that, let's take you shopping and then let me teach you about your period, things like that. It was never like that. So she's very, I want to be one of the boys type thing. And so she's, they're all sitting at this bar, and the two dads go behind closed doors to come up with a plan. And that's when they decide they come out and the dad says, okay, Ada, you and I are riding together, boys go. And that's when she's in the car with her dad, and her dad tells you, we've come to a peace conclusion, and you will be getting married to Cal. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not marrying nobody. And he's like, yeah, you're getting married in 2 weeks. And she's like, wait, what? How's that gonna work?
Yeah.
Hell no, right? So he's like, no, that's what's happening. You need to calm the fuck down. And you did this. Is your fault.
Yeah.
This is all your fault. So you are going to fix it by marrying Cal. And she is like, oh,
negative.
Shit.
Yeah.
How am I going to sabotage this?
Yeah.
Basically. So then, of course, Cal's dad tells him, you know, this is what you're going to do. You're going to marry Ada in 2 weeks. You need to have a wife. We need to show the merging. We need that backing. Like, you're not a shoo-in for alderman. Like, we need this. And he's like, well, that's stupid. Like, what? He's very sarcastic. And he's like, you better watch it, boy. I'm still the head of this family. He's like, whatever. So his mom, Imogen, takes over basically and sends over a ring for her and all that other good stuff. And she's like, I'm not wearing this fucking ring till I have to, right?
Yeah.
So she doesn't really know how to do anything. So she ends up going shopping for herself and gets a dress to wear to her engagement party, which happens a week later. And it's at this country club, right, that's known for this amazing strawberry drink. And she's so excited.
She's so excited for the strawberry drink.
So excited for this fucking drink.
Yeah.
So as soon as she gets there, she meanders straight to the bar and orders it. And he's like, sorry, no can do. There is absolutely no strawberries on the property because there's the guy getting married is allergic. She's like, how do you know? He goes, because the mom was here raving about it, making sure no one was going to have any strawberries here. And she was like, interesting.
Good to know.
Yeah, good to know. So she ends up ordering something else, whatever. And they go through this whole party, and she is at his side. And she's so sarcastically snarky to that one chick that came up and it was super flirty with him, as if she were some jealous. Oh my God. The shit that came out her mouth was hilarious.
Like we said, she's a little spitfire. Like she
fucking
got some attitude on her. So yeah.
Loved it. And then, and the brothers, you know, the whole, you heard her, we're going to kill you type thing. And I'm like, okay, bye-bye. Yeah. Cute. Yeah. But nice try. And then, he tells her, like, you're moving into my house. Like, this is how it is. I'm going to own you type thing. And I'm like, nice, cute. And then on their wedding day, cause she didn't give a fuck of how anything happened. She spent the entire day eating strawberries.
Strawberry lip gloss.
She ate strawberries all day.
Did she?
She ate strawberries all day. So it was in her mouth.
And then she put on strawberry lip gloss?
And then she put strawberry lip gloss on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she went overboard with the strawberries.
Yeah.
She didn't know the extent of his
allergy. Yeah.
Correct.
She figured it out.
Yeah. So they go down. She walks down the aisle. She gets to him. They do their vows. And they're not fun vows. I mean, they were very, like, angry, hateful vows. Yeah. It felt like. And then he goes in to kiss her, and he goes in hard just to be an asshole. And his immediate thought is, oh, this is a flavor I haven't had in a very long time. And then it hits him like a ton of bricks what it is. And he pulls back, and his eyes are probably bigger than his face. And he immediately goes into anaphylactic shock. And he falls to the floor. He can't breathe. And she's looking at him like, oh, shit. That is bad. But not really like, I give a shit. Literally didn't care. So she steps back. The mom's freaking out. They get him to the hospital, and she's like, cool. I get the honeymoon suite to myself tonight. Yeah. So she gets to the honeymoon suite. And this is what I loved. She ordered, like, everything on the menu from room
she's
service.
Like, gonna pamper herself,
and one fork.
Yeah.
And the room service guy was like, one fork? She's like, yep. And she fucking sat on that bed, watched TV shows, enjoyed her food. Like, she didn't give a shit. But then she got sad because the next day she had to go to his house. So she was leaving her comfort zone of her house where all her stuff was. But she decided to leave all of her important stuff at her dad's house. She didn't want anything of her important stuff at Callum's house. So she gets to Callum's house, and it was like a very lonely existence.
Yeah.
I felt for her there, but damn, it got fun.
She's a little spitfire.
It got fun. That's just how the dang book started. That's just how it started.
Yeah, just they're constantly trying to one-up each other.
Constantly. And that's
Trying to mess with each other.
And that's just between the two of them. And just between the two of them, and he's constantly, and through their, he forced her to obviously stay in his bed with, he forced her because he knew it made her uncomfortable to play the marriage role.
Yeah.
I think one of her first nights there, they had sex in the shower and consummated their marriage. And it was not intentional, but it was kind of almost like an angry sex or to prove a point type thing. And they were both kind of like, huh, that was really good.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Oh, well, that's surprising. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, well, shit, fire.
Yeah.
And so the sexual chemistry ramped up from there. And then they did have conversations, and he told her stories, she told him stories, and she was constantly fighting against him. He's like, well, we have this event to go to, and she's like, oh, I have plans. I'm watching a Lord of the Rings marathon, shit like that. He's like, be ready at 7. And so she's like, be ready at 7 to her. It's like it takes her 20 minutes to put on clothes and brush her hair and teeth.
Yeah, because she's not dressing up. Yeah.
And, she's not one of those that I need to go have my makeup done and my hair and nails. She doesn't know any of this. No one's ever taught her any of this. So when he goes to pick her up, she's barely putting her shoes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, you're ready? She's like, yep. This is what you get.
Yeah.
So he learns basically that she doesn't know any of these things. So his family teaches her, but so that's just their story. But then there's the other components that come into play. Like Riona is his sister that's just younger than him by a couple years.
Yeah.
And she's an attorney who's so loyal to the family and wants to run things where Cal really doesn't, but he's forced to because he's the firstborn and a boy. So because of that whole mafia dynamic.
Because he has a penis.
He's forced to run the family. Well, Riona wants to run the family, and she's like, I'm never getting married. I'm never having kids. And so she's so into the family, but the dad constantly dismisses her. And Cal sees that in her, but still competes against her, which kind of irritated me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That component, he could relent or give her some more duties or help her out, but it's kind of like he wants to, but then he pushes that sibling rivalry type thing.
Figures it out later. Yeah. At the beginning, yes.
Yeah. And then, Oliver, her ex, he comes into play. He is a fucking psycho. His dad contributes financially. He's supposedly clean and contributes to Cal's campaign and stuff, but Oliver can't let Ada go. He just can't. He's super obsessed with her.
And she was totally bored with him.
Yeah.
Not even really considered him like a boyfriend, just more like something that I'm passing time with.
Yeah. And apparently he was always obsessed with her, could not let her go. And it got to a point where he was stalking her. After she broke up with him, she had to stay locked up in her house, stayed off social media, everything for 2 months because he would not leave her alone and would show up anywhere she was at. And as soon as she got engaged and had this engagement party or anything, there's Oliver.
Yeah.
He's everywhere she's at. He's
everywhere,
there. Everywhere. It's freaky. And then the butcher, the Polish head guy, he plays a role in this because he's another head of a mafia family. So whenever bad things happen, they always accuse the Polish mafia, or it's them, maybe they did it, whatever. So that's why he was brought into the main characters thing, because he's someone that they're always going after, him and his family, whatever. And they do attack the Gallows property at one point, the construction site. They did shoot it up once.
Yeah.
And, you know, he takes a personal offense and stuff because he felt like
why didn't you offer me her hand in marriage? Like, we should have been on the table.
Or one of my boys.
Yeah.
Like, we should have been included in that. Not understanding the reason behind all of that. But now he feels like it's a 2-to-1 thing. Like,
yeah,
he has less power, whatever. So there's a lot of dynamic that happens with that. And Jack also, he's a personal bodyguard to Cal and a friend, but he potentially destroyed Sebastian's NBA chances in the future by busting his knee the way he did.
So there's some feelings there.
So there's some personal feelings there, and Cal should have realized that. Kept Jack away from Ada, at least for a while.
Yeah.
But didn't. So I thought it was pretty cool when she shot at Jack.
Yeah.
With his own gun.
Yeah.
In the house. Yeah. I was like, yes.
I like kind of Imogen's reactions to her. Like, she said, okay, I'm getting this daughter-in-law, but she got a little wild child, and she's just like, the fuck.
Yeah, because she has 2 other daughters that are absolutely nothing like Ada. Nothing. Yeah. So she's like having to revamp this individual into human society. Yeah. I guess.
The sparrow thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how do you fix her?
Yeah.
Like, but you know, like I said, she never had any guidance. So she's trying, and eventually she does try or whatever. And based on, this is where, you know, the change happens with Cal and Ada, because Ada had told him stories about Ollie. Remember when she said he never fit? He was like a wrong shoe that didn't fit, right? Yeah. And then when she was taken and she left a shoe behind next to the car, that's when he pieced it together that I think Ollie took her, because she left that shoe behind. Like, that was the clue to him. And he had, that's where it shows you where he pays attention to detail. Yeah. He's a very detail-oriented person, because when he had a conversation with, when he beat the shit out of Ollie at that party, because Ollie was drunk and pushed himself on Ada, and he saw that happen, and he heard Ada refuse him and push him away, and everything that Oliver said. He beat the living shit out of Oliver, and Oliver's like, my dad's a contributor, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I don't give a fuck, get out of here. Yeah. Right? And that's when Cal's dad's like, do you know what you've just done? He's like, yeah, I exactly know what I did. I don't give a fuck who his dad is. Yeah. And then his dad was like, called them meeting. And then when he had that meeting with Ollie's dad, he had that picture of the house and that Oliver was obsessed with. And he was selling. It was like 3 hours away or whatever. And he told him the story about it. And he remembered the details of that house. Well, when Ollie kidnapped Ada, he put it together. Yeah. And he went in search of that house, because everyone else thought the butcher took her. Yeah. Out of retaliation. So everyone else went to the butcher and his properties and his stuff, where Cal's like, you all do that. I'm going to go here. I'll let you know. We'll communicate. And that's when he did find the house and the burning. And that was a whole chaotic scene. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. It was good. Yeah. It was so good. I absolutely loved every aspect of this book. It was comical, entertaining. What did you think?
I didn't love it.
You hated it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I was kind of bored with it. Really? I was like, nothing is standing out to me in this book.
That's funny.
Yeah. It was fine. Nothing was standing out that just drew me in. Which I like Sophie Lark, so that kind of surprised me. But for some reason, these characters didn't draw me in. Nothing stood out to me.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when you're like, I love it, I'm all, okay. Like, I was kind of excited for it. Because, again, weirdly, it was always on the radar, just the cover just...
Right, the cover.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
still hate the cover.
Just kind of makes you
Still hate
just
the
like,
cover.
okay, pass on to the next one. Yeah. And I just didn't love it. I didn't hate it.
I'm very curious about the others in this series.
Yeah.
Because the second one, which I don't even know the name of it right now, but it's like I said, it's Nessa's story, and she gets kidnapped, and it's a touch her and die possessive story. So she's kidnapped by a rival, from what I understand, a rival family.
And I will probably read that one just to see, because not like I didn't like it and we're like, I'm stopping with the series, but
and maybe it's just this particular one in the series that you didn't like.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a different one.
I didn't like it. I was just kind of indifferent with it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I loved it. I thought it was funny.
I remember you saying that. So I was kind of excited for it. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know that I loved it. But again, it was fine. Yeah.
Mood thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
That plays such a huge
It really
role.
does. Why?
I don't know. And it is just the time of the day and the day of the week and the month of the year. Like, literally, when you pick up a book and read it, like, if I read this again in 6 months, I may not love it like I did when I read it the first time. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes there are books that I read and I absolutely love them, and I'll reread them 1,000 times and I'll always love them over and over and over again. Yeah. Then there are books I read the first time and I love it. And then I'll read it again and go, why did I like that ever? Yeah.
And same thing, because some books you read and you just don't really like it. And then you read it again, you're like, well, huh.
Yeah, like,
okay, I like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt the first time I read that, which wasn't even that long ago. Like a month. Maybe.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay.
Give or take. So... were you rooting for them immediately, or did they have to earn it for you? Did you want them to get along, like, faster, or did you like that they fought the way they did?
I mean, for an enemies to lovers, yeah, I kind of like the prank aspect of it. Ada, I liked. She's a spitfire. Cal was a little not my favorite.
I agree. He was a little too harsh.
Yeah.
Not very forgiving.
Yeah.
A little bit too hard edged. There was something I was going to say about Ada. Oh, I did like that she said, and this really was a good way to explain her, that she said to him that it's hard to be the smallest dog in the fight. She said that to him, and that explained why she is the way she is.
That's true.
She always comes at everyone first, hard and fast.
Yeah.
Without question. So like she draws the sword first, like every time. She doesn't wait for any explanation. She just like goes for it because she's the smallest dog in the fight. So she needs to assert dominance immediately. Because she's overlooked and pushed aside all the time because she's the youngest and the female in the family. And that just doesn't work for her because she's not stupid. And that's why she's also dragging her feet at school and not trying to finish, because she knows as soon as she's done with her degree, her dad was just going to
marry her off
and just give her some low-level, boring-ass job.
Yeah.
In the company, and she doesn't want that. She wanted something meaningful that actually did something. She didn't want to be a secretary.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't blame her. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't either. And I get it. It made total sense. So her behavior and her personality made total sense. Callum, not so much.
I didn't
love him either.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I will give you that one, because I didn't connect with him either. I think it was her that I was really loving. Because she was just such a spiteful little shitbag.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
And she just cracked me the fuck up. The shit she said and did.
Yeah. She had just a spunky personality that you liked. And I know how you, with your female main characters, you like them strong ones.
I do.
But then just anything that happened was nothing that I haven't read in books before, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that she just, even if something hurt her, she didn't show it. She just let it roll right off of her.
Yeah.
And then she went and licked her own wounds.
Okay.
I relate.
I like it.
Yeah. So I think it was her that I think really
She spoke to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, did the mafia setting feel essential to the story, or could the romance have worked without it?
No, I think it was kind of essential for this one.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's needed for virtually any of the arranged marriages. I don't really know of any or too many stories in which an arranged marriage would work without the mafia aspect. I can't.
Yeah, I think I've read a couple, and it's going to be a very certain situation.
Yeah, it would have to be very, very specific.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this as a starter mafia romance or for readers who already love the trope?
Yeah, this wouldn't be the first book I recommend.
It wouldn't?
No.
Not for a mafia?
No. There's so many better ones out there.
Okay. I think it's a decent starter mafia because it's soft on the mafia.
I would have said I would recommend this to Sophie Lark fans and be like, read this. Tell me what you think about this because I'm curious. Because I really like her books. This one was a kind of a miss for me, and so, but who knows why?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a date.
It's a very, very commonly recommended book.
Yeah.
Very,
Yes.
which is, like I said, it was so popularly recommended and sat on my TBR for a very long time because I couldn't get past the damn cover.
Yeah.
But I did. I loved it. I'm glad I did read it. But I'm struggling picking up the next one.
Yeah.
But I do that a lot with series, unless it leaves on a cliffhanger.
Oh no, see, I usually like if I like the first one, I'm like, give them all to me. Give them all to me. Yeah.
Yeah, because I get so invested in those characters that I don't really care about the others.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's hard. So it depends.
Okay.
It depends. It's really hard for me to keep going in standalone series.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Does Brutal Prince succeed because the couple never truly stop fighting? Or would the romance have been stronger with a softer transition from enemies to lovers?
I think it's entertaining because they don't ever really stop fighting. I think that makes it entertaining.
Yeah. I think they are always on each other's toes. They're always on the toes. Agreed. Okay. Are we ready for our closer?
Yeah.
Okay. This is our petty war escalation.
Oh, yes. I got some petty stuff that I think would be fun. Although, I was looking at my list and I go, wow, I'm really kind of tame. I'm kind of curious to see what you came up with because my stuff is kind of fun, nice, petty, and yours, I think, I don't know. I'm kind of scared of your list.
I don't think mine are probably that bad.
Because I always think, well, your petty revenges, you're gonna just murder someone's family or something
No. Okay, so the concept is Ada and Callum begin their marriage with pranks and revenge.
Okay.
This game explores how far the petty war could escalate. So each host will take turns escalating the prank. The next prank must be bigger, more dramatic, or more ridiculous than the previous one. Try to escalate the chaos each round. So, for example, round 1, hiding someone's phone charger. Then round 2, switching their phone language to Italian. Okay. So round 1.
Okay. So I have one of these. I have one of these black coffee cups. I've told you about it. That when you put something hot in it changes. Okay,
the picture?
Yeah.
Or the words?
Yes.
Okay.
So I want the same, but I don't want all of it to change with this one. I just want words to appear on one side that should be the side that he's not looking at that just says, I have a small penis. So when he's at the office,
so if he's picking this up,
it's going to only appear on this side. So he's not going to see it right away. It's going to take a while. But everyone else is looking at him, like at the office, is going to see his cup says, I have a small penis. I just think that's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Come on. That's funny.
That is funny.
And then on top of that, I'm next going to order erectile dysfunction products that look like he ordered them and send them to his office for his secretary to open. Because I'm just, I'm fun like that. Then I'm going to hide some kind of speaker in his bedroom somehow that goes off at 3 a.m. every morning with some kind of sound. And it might be a different sound every day. And it's going to drive him absolutely insane because he's never going to find this. But he's going to be woken up at 3 a.m. with some sort of sound. I'm going to program this because I'm mean like this. And then I'm going to unscrew his shower head and place permanent dye so that when he turns it on, it's going to explode all over him and turn him into whatever color that I pick. Probably like blue or something. So he's going to be a blue man with no sleep that has erectile dysfunction and a cup that says, I have a small penis.
Holy shit balls.
And maybe this is why I'm single. I don't know.
Maybe. I think yours might be meaner than mine.
Really? No way. Go
Let's
hear it.
see. Okay. So I'm first going to replace all of Callum's expensive shampoo with dollar store Nair. The hair removal.
So you're just going to take it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be blue, so.
Then I'm going to switch all of his contacts in his phone so every name says mom. All of them. Every single one of them. Then I'll replace all the Irish whiskey, because that's what he drinks, in the house with apple juice.
Ew.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. And then I'm going to... You'll appreciate this one.
Okay.
Then I'm going to release a dozen chickens into his bedroom.
Why chickens?
Because they shit on everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hire a mariachi band to follow him around for an entire day.
Yeah, at 3 a.m., right? They're going to be there.
An entire day. 12 to 12.
And then I'm going to come in after you with his speaker and then just play that at 3 a.m. every time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm way meaner than you.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're really fucking mean.
Yeah, I am.
Spiteful.
That's right. Remember that, people. Remember that.
Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have gone meaner, but Jesus.
I thought, like, you were going to murder people.
Oh.
I thought, well, first I'm going to take out all of his family.
Think about it, because the game isn't really to kill people.
Yeah. It's just,
We just want to, like, prank them.
Yeah. I have a small penis is a great one.
I could have gone as far as faking death.
Ooh, that would have been kind of good. Yeah. I could see her doing that, too.
We could have faked death.
Yeah. Okay.
That could be the end one. We could do
so between the two of us, we're going to have fun with some people.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I can come up with some really fucked up pranks if you really want to get to it.
Yeah. Don't mess with us, peeps.
Good God. So, bottom line is, I loved it. She was meh with it. I'm not sure I want to pick up the second one, but I don't even know what the rest of them are. I don't even know how many are in this series, to be honest with you.
Curious,
but there's a handful of them. I want to say like 4 or 5 at least.
Yeah.
But the second one that's in the series is Nessa's story. She's kidnapped by rival families, and it's a touch her and die trope.
I do like the touch her or die stuff.
Yeah, which is what intrigues me.
Yeah.
So I think it's like enemies to lovers, touch her and die is what I think I read on that one. So I may pick it up at some point.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know. And then she said she definitely wants to pick that one up. So maybe she'll like that one better. Who knows? Who knows?
Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and you can't always love necessarily everything your favorite authors like and stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. But we hope you enjoyed Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark with Pixie and No-No. We'll see you next time. Bye.